Hi there, it's Christina from smartfitnessmakeover.com, and today I'm gonna share a little secret. Now, I often jokingly refer to the work I do as being a metabolic detective, and the key word here is in detective, which means being curious and wanting to learn and discover what's behind the signs, what we see and what we feel. So one of my secrets is during one of the investigations about my own health issues and weight loss issues and why things only work up to a certain extent, is I discovered that I am officially an obese person, and that is dictated by my own genetics. What that means, there's one particular gene which is called the FTO, which, unlike the sports car, which is very nice, it's a bit of a bugger. Because what it does, it means when you have the expression that I have, which is like full-on obese, double A, it means that your body does not respond very well to the information sent by your hunger hormone, the ghrelin, which is a big gremlin because it makes your stomach go up. So what that means for me, obviously, if I were to look at that result on its own, it would be a cause for serious concern because obviously of all the health issues associated with obesity and all the health risks associated with it. But when you do your homework, when you do your proper research work, you find that obviously you do not take that result on its own, that particular gene. You just look at it in the context of the bigger picture of what the rest of team DNA does and how it regulates your vital functions. And what it discovered, if you dig, is the fact that, okay, we got some information, so I do not respond very well to the hunger hormone, so which means I'm always hungry, and that's true. And I can eat for 3 people, and that is also true. And as a result of that, the consequence of this means that regardless of how many diets, how much cardio or weightlifting I do, whatever, I'm always going to be heavier and fatter than somebody with exactly the same body as me, say genetics as me, but without that particular expression. However, in the bigger context of my DNA analysis, what it transpired that the rest of team DNA does a pretty good job at keeping things under control, because as well as, although I have I carry the obesity gene, I also carry other genes that mean I can lose weight easily. So it's a bit of a yo-yo thing, and it's not exactly ideal because you always have to be on the ball. I have to be always keep things under control if I don't have a bigger jumper handy. So there's other things in my DNA that actually dictate that that particular pitfall, if you want, is kept under control. And the other thing is obviously trying to manipulate my environmental conditions, the environment in which I live in, so make sure that that particular gene doesn't express itself. And how do you do this? So, there are things that naturally help you suppress hunger, like, eating lots of fiber and lots of vegetables that contain high fiber and lots of water. So the best way for someone like me who has that problem is to eat loads of salads. If I eat a massive salad, which is I normally have to eat if you use as a reference a restaurant portion, I'll probably have 5. But even so, we're looking about 100 calories, maybe 200 calories coming from the salad. But the benefits of that actually keep me full for ages and ages. So I stopped overeating and making myself fat. So that's the kind of thing that you do as when you work on yourself and try to become your own metabolic detective, if you want. I mean, I guide you towards learning. I guide my clients. I teach them how to do this particular work. But that's essentially what it's all about. You just look at the big picture. If you think about all your your procedural dramas that you watch when you study the character of the person or the main sort of character, just focus on the word character, how their personality, their personal traits develop over time. So you have to relentlessly start digging until you find all the answers that you want. And when you get to that point, you just have to learn to love the things that work for you. It might not sound like particularly interesting at first, but if you put in the effort of doing this research into your own, not necessarily genetics, if you want to go for a DNA test. I know lots of people are against it, and I was against it for ages because I just was worried. Obviously, there's information about me that gets disseminated all over the place, and I did drive the owners of this company nuts before I actually bought the DNA kit, because asking about how you're going to keep my information secure, how do I know that you're not going to plant it as evidence in a murder scene, how do I know that you're not going to use it for other crazy shit like that. And they said no promise. So they gave me all the assurances that I needed, that none of it was going to share also with insurance companies, for example. Because somebody just looks and is like, oh, I don't like the fact that you're lactose intolerant, I'm not going to insure you. You're going to be insured for everything except for your left leg or something like that, like they do with horses. So that's kind of the kind of work that you have to do. So if you don't want to go down the scientific route and have a DNA test done, you can do it differently. You can just experiment, try this. Does it work? Yes. Carry on. Add this. Does that work? No. Go back one step. Do this. And once you done this initial work, you don't have to do it again, because you always know what works for you, and you can control it, and you can just do more of what it works until you reach the goal that you want to reach. And if you fall off the wagon, you know exactly how to get back on it straight away. And just one, it was something that I read somebody was discussing today, that the fact that you get to your goal, maybe say your weight loss goal or a jean size, and then it's really hard to stay at that size, because you're tempted to go, yeah, I got there, I'm just gonna go and eat a biscuit, and that one biscuit turns into a packet and turns into 5 packets, and before you know it, a month has gone by, you've done none of the things that work for you, you're back to square one, possibly with interest as well. So do your homework, do your research work, and then enjoy the results. If you need help with that kind of things, just reach out and send me a message. We can have a chat, and I can help you. I can help guide you. I'll guide you through that process and help you achieve your goals. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.